The following audio is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence, and strong sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Glory, everyone. My name is Tony, otherwise known as Slade. I am your DM for this fantastic evening. I am here with Norbit.
Meow.
Rhaegar.
I have a question, DM.
Get to that in a second. Milani.
Hello.
Mouse is not here with us this evening due to the fact that our schedules would not align with his, so we are going to have to do this session without him, but that is fine. It is not a big deal. Thankfully, we are just doing encounters on the open sea, so it's not the end of the world. But regardless of that, what is your question, Rhaegar?
I've been trying to figure out whether butt cheeks is one word or whether I need to spread them apart.
Roll a d20 and tell me what you roll.
Depends on how big it is.
It's a 17.
It's a 17. Okay, so your butt is too big to spread anyway.
Oh, you mean that my cheeks don't clap? Oh,
no, your cheeks quite literally are so fat that in order for you to open it, you're going to need a crowbar to begin with.
Wow.
So you need to lose some fucking weight, and
you just called
then
me
you can
fat.
go and ask me that question.
You just called me fat, you fucking
Well, don't
dick.
ask stupid fucking questions, and I won't have to do so.
You just called me fat, you fucking dick.
Alternatively, you saying you're cuddly.
No, he's calling me fat. He told me I need to go lose some weight. All right, Tony, yeah. I see how it's going to be.
There's a difference between calling somebody fat and then calling somebody cuddly. And
What's
he called
difference?
him fat. He called him fat. You tell somebody, you're so warm and so nice. That's cuddly.
That's cuddly.
You tell somebody you need to lose weight. That's fat.
I'm just going to say this. I've done both at the same time.
No, see, this is coming from a girl's perspective, and so you should know.
Oh, I would never call a girl that. Mayhem's a different story. Mayhem
I'm talking about my girl.
Stupid questions, then I'm going to give you some insults.
I see how it is. Okay, duly noted, motherfucker. Let's do this.
I'm going to need a minute. I'm going to need a minute. My cat's currently attacking my Attack on Titan poster. It is literally Attack on Titan.
I have to do a recap anyway, so it's all
Trying
good.
to attack the Titan.
Get down. Stop it.
He said, "Get down."
Stop attacking the Titan.
Get down, bitch.
Get down on
it. All right. Last we left off, though, we were still out on the open sea. Basically, they went and explored the ship a little bit to try to figure out what was all going down, at least for this extravagant gift that they were given.
The Titan attack has been stopped
by the gods of D&D, because we're nice like that. But
did you just refer to yourself as a god?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe.
I mean, the DM is technically a god.
Yeah, but I could also say my nuts are if I wanted them to.
I'm just saying that poster needs to be updated, but okay. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so they ended up meeting the air elemental child who actually controls the engine. It's very insulting.
Say it. Say his name.
Gee, I wonder where he gets it from.
Right?
Say his name.
Actually, I'm going to let you say the name because you did name it.
I can barely pronounce it.
How can you
You're
barely
the one
pronounce
that came
it?
up with it.
But he typed it, so give him credit for that.
Exactly.
Or actually, technically he'd be removing credit.
Yeah,
I will attempt it. I will attempt it. Aeolus.
Sure.
Hey,
we'll go with
give that boy a
Aeolus.
fucking cookie.
But they met Aeolus, and he is a very rude child, and
very
relatable.
Will remain so. But that is where we are now. Rhaegar, you know what to do already.
Oh, you mean do the thing that determines whether or not we live or die?
Yeah, that thing.
Can I just say I'm very satisfied by the fact that out of all the posters I have, My cat chose to attack the one that is literally attacked on Titan.
Right?
Okay.
That's so ironic.
That's a 15 on the D20.
Okay. You have clear skies for the first day.
Yay!
Wait, question for the DM.
Yes, sir?
How do we have clear skies on a boat that literally has a perpetual storm around it?
You deactivated the storm.
The storm only happens if you summon it.
Yeah.
I summon the... No, I'm joking.
I summoned the storm!
Oh, wow.
Okay,
but
rolling
yeah,
again.
You have clear skies today. It's actually a good day today.
Rolling again.
Oh, what? No, hold up. Is there anything you would like to do?
Actually, yes, there is one minor piece of role playing that I would like to do.
Sure.
I would like to go and find Mouse's little brother.
Oh, okay.
He's not here, so he can actually talk to all of us. But just saying. Anyway.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
actively going and seeking him out. You can come and join me if you want to, but I'm making a point of going and finding him.
Okay, sure. All right.
I'm currently scared of my cat. It has really big eyes.
Oh my god. Just kick your cat out the fucking door.
You've seen him. He's a behemoth.
That's when we find out that the DM doesn't like animals and should probably not own any for future reference.
I don't.
Tony, I own a legitimate panther. If I kicked him, I would be legless.
All right, so Rhaegar, if you want to go and find Raphael, I need you to roll a perception check, and I'm going to roll an opposed stealth check.
But whoa. Why are you rolling stealth? Because it's not me that he's hiding from.
Because I don't want to be seen by anybody.
But he was friendly with me when I first encountered him.
Oh yeah, he's friendly with you, but that he doesn't know you well enough to trust you that you wouldn't go and tell Mouse at some point.
I mean, I gave him my word.
I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Okay, first roll is a 9 plus 9 plus 4, so that would have been a 13, and the second roll was a 15 plus 4.
Okay. We're gonna have to have a roll off because I just rolled the exact same roll you did.
Oh, you have a stealth of plus 4? Oh, lovely.
Oh no, I have a stealth of plus 5, but
so you rolled a 14 then.
So I rolled a 14, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is just a 1d20, no modifier.
Nat
Okay,
20, motherfucker.
Nat 20? Okay,
Yeah.
I rolled a 7. So you do find him. He's in the crow's nest.
Okay.
Wait, wouldn't Pigeon know where he is?
You have not specified that Pigeon is still remaining.
Yes, I did last session. I said he's permanently staying there.
Oh, did you say permanently? Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
he would be talking to Pigeon.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that Pigeon would have alerted me to where he was, though.
Yeah.
No, obviously, but I was just asking for the clarification of he can't have been that hidden.
Yeah, he's up there with Pigeon currently.
Okay, so I climb up to the crow's nest and I say to Pigeon, "Hey, would you mind giving us a minute?"
Pigeon says, "Sure," and he flies down.
That is not what Pigeon said.
He likes Rhaegar opposed to you.
Pigeon quite happily turned around and went, "I will give you two some privacy," and he hugs his wings around the two of them and lifts his head out.
Okay.
Way to go and make that fucking uncomfortable.
You're welcome.
He said you're welcome.
Anyway, you got your privacy.
Okay, I sit down and I say, I take out a small portion of like that day's rations that I've got in my pack and I offer it to him.
He grabs and says, "Cheers."
Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. We've been on this ship for a while and I haven't seen you around. Obviously, I know you're hiding from your brother, but I was wondering if I could just maybe ask you a few questions.
He starts munching on a beef jerky and he's like, yeah.
So, I want to know what Mouse was like growing up.
He's a dick.
Oh, come on, you gotta give me something more than that. Come on, what was he like? You know, like, was he a quiet little mouse or was he a loud little mouse?
Oh, absolutely not. No, Menu. No, he is not quiet at all. He was very loud. It's quite annoying, if you ask me. He kicked me around a lot.
Why?
He wanted to be superior, in every aspect of everything. Quite annoying.
Yeah, that would definitely
He
be.
likes to be the favorite, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about your home. Like what what can I expect once we get there?
Oh, it's very beautiful and very chaotic. It's
Beautiful and chaotic. That's not two words that you hear getting put together very often.
it is very hard to describe. It's something you just have to see with your own eyes. But that is the how shall we say, the easiest way to describe it. Chaotic but beautiful.
Okay.
So I'd describe Mag.
Wow, Eli. Wow. I stare out over the open ocean and I just say, well, I hope we get there soon. I honestly have no idea how close we are to your home.
Oh shit, I hope we get there at all. Like, the fact that we're driving on this boat, oh, it's gonna be a doozy to try to get to the island.
Yeah, it sounds like we've got quite a way to go before we get there, but you know, I hope we get there soon. Mouse has become a pretty close friend of mine, and it would be nice to learn a lot more about him rather than other than what he's he's told me just from our time
Yeah.
together.
I mean, I can do my best to tell you a little bit more about our family if you would like. It just depends on what you want to know specifically.
Well, you know, what did you guys get up to when you were kids? You know, I mean, I'm assuming you'd be like what, adults by your species age range, or
Oh no, I'm still a child. He's actually a what would you classify as a young adult?
oh, okay, so he's a teenager.
Yes. Well,
Ah,
I don't know. He looks a little bit older. It seems like that he was smoking maybe one of them joints again and grew a little bit older here recently. I don't really know.
hey, between you and me, he's been smoking quite a few of them.
I mean, hell, I smoke them all the time, and then you see him smoke one up,
Oh,
and
God.
he got a bad roll.
color? What color is
He
it?
got a bad roll.
Wait, question, because this includes Pigeon.
Yeah.
Can he be affected by that?
Can Pigeon be affected by the joint?
Yeah.
Pigeon's not there.
He is. He's wrapped his wings around you two. He's just lifted his head out. That's still got a fucking hole of light that's beaming in. That can come out from that. Smoke's got to go somewhere.
Give me a second. 23. Oh shit. Okay. Well, fuck me. He gets he disappears. He's poof.
Okay, where did he go?
Make me an insight check.
That's a 5.
You saw absolutely jack shit, but you wait about like 5 minutes because you kind of expect some random bullshit to happen, and then he suddenly reappears back at the exact spot that he left from, except that you can see that his fur is sticking up at random places, like he's just been in the craziest place that you could ever imagine. It's like, oh, that was a really bad trip. Oh shit.
I think I know where he went.
I look at him and I just go, "Are you okay?"
Oh, it's fine. I've been there before. It's just a really weird ride.
Where's there?
Have you ever heard of the astral plane?
Oh God, yeah, I heard of that place.
Yeah, I went there, and it's a scary place. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't take care of it very quick, like it's just, I tell you what, it's a crazy ride. It's like, it's worse than riding one of these ships. It's just oof.
I give a small chuckle and I just say to him, "Well, at least you can't say your day's been boring."
Oh no, I've had worse. Wait till you go and smoke one of these and summon a demon. It's really bad. I'm not kidding. This thing summons demons.
I tell him about the drink that the bartender gave me in fuck, what was the name of the town? The town.
Don't ask me.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Batonia.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I tell him about the drink that the bartender gave me in Batonia, and I tell him how as I was leaving, I got the bartender to make me one to take away with me.
Oh, you met the high elves. Oh, they're our best customers.
I look down from the crow's nest and I see Melania. I just go, hey, see the panda down there?
Oh yeah, she's the technically one of our kind, quote unquote.
She's got that drink. She tried it. It didn't go well, and she's got half of it left. So I'm kind of interested to see what she does with it.
Who knows? Panda folk are very mild creatures. They are not as energetic as us mouse folk are. We are very, very, very chaotic.
Hell, I don't think anybody's as chaotic as you guys are, little man.
Oh, wait till you meet my mother. She is. Oh my god. Oh, so it's like bless me and Bahamut. Like crazy times, crazy times. And then father. Oh god, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Do I have anything to worry about when I meet your parents? Because
seeing as how as I have not seen my father since I was an infant.
Oh shit! Does he know?
Does he know about
rap?
No,
he doesn't know.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue.
Technically, I wouldn't know either.
No, you wouldn't know unless Mouse would have told you.
I don't know whether he did or not.
But he doesn't know anything about Rat. But he looks at you and says, when it comes to Mother, however, is from the information that she's told me, she is quite upset at you. She is very upset.
At me?
Apparently she still has. She's not one to easily forgive those that throw our kind around like chew toys.
Hey! I didn't throw him like a chew toy, okay? I mean,
it's just a phrase. It's me trying to.
Okay.
I'm not very good at the common speech, and I just recently learned how to speak common.
So to be fair, I did throw your brother the first time I met him. Which looking back on that, I apologize for that. He asked me to throw him purposefully to get him out of danger, so that's got to count for something. And then
sure.
I may or may not have used a dragon to throw him as well. He asked for that as well.
I can't speak for my mother. My mother is very overprotective of her children. If you can understand that, but again, it is just a word of phrase because again, I am very new to common speech, so I have just recently learned to be somewhat fluent in it.
Ah, okay.
I am used to squeak speech, if that atones for anything.
Yeah, was that the in-game version of "Me no speak English"?
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah,
basically, yes.
It's basically like you've got common, undercommon, and then there's a whole fucking shitload of languages.
Yes, if my older brother, he was always the one that was always wanting to learn new things. I wanted to, how shall we say, experiment, but Mouse was the adventurer. I didn't expect to become an adventurer. I wanted to create new gadgets, new things to go boom. And it ended up that I got somehow roped into going to find Mouse to punish him, which was, I have to say, that was quite hilarious, giving him that gun. I have not been able to witness firsthand as to how that gun actually worked because that was before my time, but watching him use that gun secretively, oh, that was such a treat. That was such a treat to me. He was so frustrated.
Yeah, he was frustrated.
Is there anything else you would like to know?
No, I think I'm good. And I pull out my wineskin and I take a couple of big chugs, and I look at him contemplating the gravity of the situation I'm about to put myself in, and I go, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? And I offer it to him.
Oh, he's like, oh shit. Oh, I'll take this. You see him drink it and then take a puff.
Oh god.
That's already a bad roll.
So here's a question for the DM. With the amount of times I've witnessed the effects of the wild joint surge, would I be able to detect what is a good roll and a bad roll?
No, you're not that proficient at it yet.
Okay.
They know, but you don't know yet.
Let me guess, he's going to the fucking 9 hells next time.
Nope.
Motherfucker's going up against Baphomet and Asmodeus and Belial and all that lot.
Nope. How am I going to do this? Okay. Got it. Okay. You see as he suddenly starts to panic.
Uh-oh.
And he looks like he just learned something that he didn't know before.
Uh-oh.
He looks to you and says, "Do you have it?"
Do I have what?
The necklace.
Oh, you mean? I'm assuming he means the amulet of family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing it. I tap it on my chest.
Just satisfy my curiosity.
Okay.
Could I please see it?
Only
you don't have to hand it to me. Just pull it out of your shirt.
Yeah, I pull it out of my shirt.
Rolls of perception.
Let me guess. It's fucking cursed.
You see that he starts to cry. And he's like, I fucking knew it.
What do you mean?
That was my sister's pendant.
I take it off and I hand it to him.
No, it doesn't work like that.
And explain it to me. Explain how it works then. Because I've worn this for a long time.
The pendant is rightfully yours.
You say that, but that doesn't make any sense to me.
It has to do with what the pendant represents and what it does. It's the reason it was handed to her was because of the fact that she had yet to meet Mouse. It is a representation to show that it would be passed from family member to family member, from blood to blood, from soul to soul. It is as if you're giving your all to somebody.
Okay.
So you having that must mean exactly what I just learned, in the fact that my sister is indeed dead, and Mouse found out about it. And for whatever reason, he gave that pendant to you.
Out of session, does Rhaegar know whether Mouse's sister is dead or not?
Yes.
Okay. That's early to chapter 1 shit right there.
That was chapter 1 where you guys were in the casino and you
have to remember,
told you what he found.
Mouse has a sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember all the dead and mutilated and skinned frickin' mouse folk that you
Think about what you just said, Mayhem. You said remember.
Okay, to refresh everybody's memories, because it has been a long time since we've talked about it, Mouse and Norbit went together in the casino to go and find some information, which they ended up finding Adam's office room. And then come to find out that Adam was, at the time, they thought, was working for the poachers, because they found the secret room that had mutilated body parts of animal folk, because he would kill animal folk to turn them into items to sell for a high profit.
That's sad.
Which is what led Mouse down the road that he has been led down on. However, the pendant that he found was originally his sister's, and there was a point in time where Mouse and Rhaegar were together, and they were in a certain situation where Mouse gave Rhaegar the pendant. Now, the pendant has a secret function that Rhaegar did not know about until just now, that you cannot physically pass on that pendant unless that you meant it in the fashion of that you consider the person of the highest priority, and they are quite literally your blood family. So, in essence, Mouse gave Rhaegar this pendant to represent saying that he considers Rhaegar to be physically, spiritually, emotionally, every aspect of every fiber of his being to be his family.
Aww.
So, no matter how hard Rhaegar tries to give the pendant back, he cannot physically do so unless he means it in that retro aspect.
So I couldn't give it back to Mouse then.
No, because Mouse is the one that initiated it, giving it back to you. Because originally, the reason he was able to obtain the pendant in the first place was that it was meant to go to him. He was supposed to have it by his sister. So Mouse, in turn, made it to where that he wanted to give it to you. So each time it passes on to the next person that you consider your family, that pendant gains an additional ability. However, other shit happens outside of that.
Okay.
That is more soul binding than they are led on to believe.
Okay.
So you and Mouse are connected in more ways than one now.
Yay!
Yeah. You see that Raphael is weeping, and he's very sad.
I look down at him and I go to give him a hug.
He gives you a hug right back, but he does not speak.
I just hold him and I just say to him, I said, look, I didn't know the connotations of passing this on. I'm going to do my best to make sure that no harm ever comes to this, or you, or Mouse, or any of your family. I've seen too many people lose their lives. It's about time that stopped. Mouse and I, along with our shiny metal friend down there, who I think you would greatly get along with if you were to discuss the topic of, creating things and making things that go boom. We are on a path to put things right. I've already had to do some things that I'm not proud of, and I've had to say goodbye to people that I will never get the chance to see or talk to ever again. So you have my word. You have my word that no harm will ever come to you or your family or anyone close to you as long as I have breath in my lungs. I'm done letting people get hurt. I'm done letting people die. It's about time that this shit stopped. And it's gonna, we're gonna make that happen.
I hope so.
And hey, the only way I can do that is if you put in a good word for me with your mother and she doesn't kill my ass when we get to your home.
That is very fair. That is very fair. If I may be so honest with you, Mr. Rhaegar.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Mother has found out about my sister Clove by now, she is very well informed. I would make it my highest priority to discuss the pendant with her, as her lineage is the ones who created the pendant in the first place.
I will take that into consideration. Duly noted. It will be the top of my priorities once we get to your island. Yeah, what are you gonna do if Mouse finds you before we get there?
Oh, I'm going to fucking scream and hide and get the fuck out of the way. He is mean. In all seriousness, though, I feel like after the events that have just transpired at some point before we get home, I probably need to do the adult thing and speak with my brother. I don't want to do it because me and him don't. I love my brother and he loves me. I know, but we don't quite get along very well. I get along more so with my my older brother. Even though he is a little strange, he's very weird. He's very different from the family. He is kind of like the what do you call the black sheep, but not in a bad way, not in a way that disowns him or anything.
I look at him with a confused look on my face, and I just go, wait a minute. You mean to say Mouse isn't the black sheep of the family?
Oh no, Mouse is like the favorite. That's why he has the attitude that he has.
You may want to hide very quickly.
Why?
I hold 5 fingers up and I slowly count down.
Oh shit.
Better hide, little man.
I rolled a 19 plus the 5 on my stealth. You see him disappear. He's gone.
I look down onto the deck, and I know he's not here to say anything, but I just look down to the deck and I look at Miles and go, "Hey, golden boy, where'd you get your attitude from?" And then I duck back into the crow's nest.
And that is that. Anybody else want to role play right quick? If not, we're going to go to the next day.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I want to go speak to the captain.
Okay.
Of course you
Go and do
do.
so. He is actually back on his original ship and back in his office. He's not quite attuned to the new ship yet. He doesn't feel at home there.
That's fine. I'm gonna walk up. Well, I'm gonna knock on his door first, politeness, you know.
You hear him from the other side say, "Come in."
So I'm gonna walk in. Norbert's gonna close his eyes as he walks in because he doesn't want to be distracted by the gold. So Norbert's gonna stumble through to where he feels his desk. I'm imagining.
Okay.
And he's gonna say, "Can any of your crew enchant stuff?"
No, none of my crew are magical.
What about upgrading a shield per se?
They would be able to maybe upgrade it, but we kind of don't have the materials at the moment to do such a thing. That's why we're currently heading to the next island, and that's assuming after what we learned earlier about your nephew. Was it Chroma?
Yes, something about that.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't get captured on the way there, but we do need to get supplies. We are running very low.
I'll be back. So Norbert's gonna stumble out, probably walk into the wall like twice as he's trying to find the door with his eyes closed.
Okay.
He's just gonna shout out Chroma.
Chroma's actually still in the medical bay. He has not woken up yet.
Okay. I would like to go down to the medical bay.
You see Chroma, he's still laying there. He is unconscious, but you can tell that he is getting slowly better. Roughly, in D&D terms, he's like at 1 HP right now.
Norbert would like to... Can I use Cure Wounds on him to kind of help him out?
You could indeed. I'm also going to make you roll a perception check before you cast the spell.
Okay, I shall do that. And now I also need to roll my fucking 1d20.
Yeah.
So I'll do that first.
You said you did that already.
No, I said I needed to and I forgot to do it. So I got a 19 for that roll.
19 for the port and roll. Okay.
Yeah. And then I need to do perception, you said it was?
Yeah, do perception first.
Well, I do have a passive perception of 15. So if I fuck up,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
Actually,
I've never used.
that's actually really good. Okay, we'll say that that's good enough.
Well, I want to see if I get a crit.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I just need to find my fucking perception.
Well,
It's a
we
+7.
will say
Holy
that a
shit.
15 is successful enough to see what I want you to see, but go
I
for
got
it.
a 24.
Okay.
Give me details.
You see on his left arm what
Yeah.
looks to be like a tattoo that was not originally there, that you for sure know was not there.
Awesome.
It's a set of numbers going from the side of his arm.
Yeah. Got ya. Do I know what
I will
numbers?
also say with a 24, you can see that there is a faint glow onto the tattoo, almost like that it's pulsating like
Right.
a light. It's very dim light. Like had you not like were staring directly at it, you wouldn't have noticed it. But you can vaguely see that it's like kind of like this dim light that keeps dimming on and off.
Can I assume that it's maybe like absorbing life out of him?
You can roll an Arcana check to see what it's doing.
I will, but I figured that might have been obvious.
No. This is for.
I'll take an 18 with that anyway.
Okay, so it's not draining the life out of them. It's actually doing something different. Think of it like as a tracking device.
Ah. Aha. Okay. Now this entails a little bit more than what I previously knew. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Let's see. How do I want to go about this, Toner? I don't have any spells I can get rid of it. Shit. I'm gonna ask someone from the medical staff.
Okay.
As well as somebody that has some form of magic knowledge. Not that they can use it, but
Okay.
magic knowledge.
So the only one that would have enough knowledge to answer that question is the captain, because even he said himself that there's nobody on board that's within his crew that has any magical properties. They're just,
Oh no, they don't need to have magic properties. They just need to have knowledge on it.
the medical staff would probably have the most knowledge about magic, but would not be able to cast any magic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's basically what I was looking for.
So yeah, if you want to talk to one of the medical staff, you can.
Yes.
There are 2 individuals in that room currently. There's a halfling in the room. He is like an older gentleman.
Right.
He's clean shaven, has what you would classify as like a salt and pepper hair color.
Oh, so he's basically a short Doctor Strange.
Basically, yeah.
Love it.
And then the other is a female human that is roughly about the age of like your early 20s.
I will shout over the halfling.
Okay.
He seems like he might have more knowledge.
The halfling turns around and says, yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, I got a question about these numbers. I clearly identify that these are tracking him. Now, I have a serious question.
Whoa, hold up. They're tracking him? How do you know?
What it looks, because I'm magical.
Okay, fair enough. I don't have magic myself, so that I have to ask these very specific questions.
That's completely fine.
But you said that it's tracking this patient?
It appears so. I've got a plan to get rid of it, but I need to know if it'll work.
Okay, shoot. What's your idea?
Since it is technically a tattoo, if I was to, let's per se, burn/carterize said tattoo location, would that cancel out the spell?
If it has some kind of magical property, I think it might be a little bit more than just cauterizing or burning off an arm. However, I'll have to go get the captain because I'm pretty sure that he knows how to get rid of it.
Yes, go grab the captain, little man.
He looks to his right at the young girl and says, yeah, so could you do me a favor? could you go and run and get the captain for me, please? And she sprints off and goes and grabs the captain. It takes a couple of minutes. The captain comes into with the young girl and says, "Yeah. So, what seems to be a problem?"
I'm gonna point to the glowy numbers, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, these are tracking him. We need to get rid of these, or counter track them."
I can't do that, but I can get rid of the spell.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that because we do not want anyone tracking us.
Okay, so you see him wave his hand. Essentially, he's casting dispel magic, and he dispels the spell attached to the tattoo. The tattoo is still there, but it's no longer glowing.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna ask the captain specifically this. Who do you think could have potentially been tracking him with that spell? Like, is there anybody in that you know of that can use that sort of magic?
I mean, the only context clues that I've gotten so far, it seems, is that the location that we're going is that he mentioned something about that the person that's in charge of that castle that's in the sea, that if he was a slave, this is a very common thing to see on slaves. It's a branding tattoo. It's like to keep track of the slaves and find out their exact locations.
Okay. Is the tattoo done by magic, all means? Or is the tattoo itself done by some form of machine and then put magic on top of it?
Typically, it's done by magical means. So they would go in and cast a spell specifically, and they could form it into anything, really. Honestly, they could have formed it into shackles if they wanted to. But in this case, it seems like that they're using permanent tattoos on their arm and giving them tracking numbers to signify like their
Location, yeah. And
location or
number.
whatever.
Yeah. So the next thing Norbert's going to ask is either do you know this magic, or is there a form of that I can learn very quickly before he wakes up?
I don't personally know it, no, but I've seen it before. It's a very unique spell. It's not like anything special or whatever, but it's lucky that you found it as quickly as you did. From my understanding of what I was told on the way on just now is that it wasn't very bright, so that means that it was outside of the range of which it can reach.
Mm-hmm.
So thankfully, we got rid of it before it got back into range, and we're able to get rid of that altogether.
So I'm gonna look directly in the captain's eyes, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna need any type of mechanical parts you can get me, specifically a motor, preferably a little tube, in some form of sharp pen, in some type of ink. I'm gonna need that right now.
Well, I can't give you all that right now. It's more the lines of like I was saying earlier. We are low on supplies. We've got a day's journey ahead of us, and who knows what we're going to come across in the next 24 hours. But we need to get to this island pretty quick because we're running low on food, we're running low on other supplies, and if we get into some really bad trouble, like up against something that is more detrimental than a giant pirate ship with a storm magic attached to it, I don't know if we're going to be able to survive that.
Alright, I'm going to look him dead in the eyes and I'm going to say, can you at least get me a small metal tube?
I will have somebody look to see if we can find that.
I will give him 2 gold and say, the faster he gets me it, the better. And then, Tony, I am going to get the butter knife out of my bag, as well as I'm going to dismantle the Dell phone.
Okay.
In hopes that there's some form of motor inside for like the vibration function.
I'm gonna make you roll for this.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna make you roll. What do I make you roll for this?
Survival, technically. I mean, it's not really a survival situation, but what I'm trying to do is like craft something from nothing.
Yeah,
really,
it's more. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I got an 11. Is that good enough or no?
Okay, so I'm going to say that it's not good enough to take apart the Delphone.
All right.
So, because of all the spells that are attached to the Delphone, you're unable to take it apart currently.
Would a 19 work?
Yes.
I will use my
Port and roll. Okay.
I keep thinking porcelain, but yeah, port and roll. Yeah, I'll use that.
So yeah, with a 19, I will allow you to be able to take it apart and take the motor out from the Delphone and use it to craft your item.
Yep, and actually, I don't think I actually need a tube, don't I? Might be wrong on this, but I will actually. I believe I still own the crossbow, correct?
Yes.
A crossbow has a ring on it for the iron sights. I will take that off.
Yep.
And I will do a small cut on my, I'll say my hand, let's say my hand or finger or something.
Okay.
Into the jar I still have, the jar of ashes.
Oh, shit. I
Mm.
forgot you had that fucking jar. Okay. Oh, shit. This might be a little bit more intricate than I anticipated. Okay.
Oh, I know how to build a tattoo machine in real life. This is...
no. It's the fact of what the ashes actually do.
I thought they didn't do anything.
No,
we'd established that.
No. They actually do something. You just didn't roll high enough back then.
So you lied to me.
No, well, I didn't lie to you. I told you that they
No, because I asked, I did an Arcana check on them, and you said they've
Yeah,
got no
you-
magical property.
Yeah, you didn't roll high enough.
No, you straight up said they had no magical property, though.
That doesn't mean that they don't have some other property to them.
That's fair.
Shit. I'm gonna make you roll a nature check.
Nature.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's been a while.
I'm gonna make you roll a nature check.
What's he rolling for?
I got a fucking 8.
Okay.
Oof.
You said you're willing to cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to have to, and you're going to have to cast it twice, and I'm going to make you re-roll that roll if you want to
Okay.
cover the tattoo. Otherwise, he will die.
Okay. So, what am I rolling for the cure wounds?
So
I forgot the spell.
So you're going to use 2 spell slots for Cure Wounds
I'm just...
in order to cure him enough to where that he won't take the full blunt of the damage, to where he won't like die from the impact.
So, what would it'd be a 2d8, would it?
So
Yes, it is. I just read it.
yeah, so do 2d8 plus your
7.
Yeah, so do
11?
okay.
Put some...
Sure, we'll do it that way. Okay. Now roll me a nature check again.
Ah, gods of Olympus, be kind. Fuck. 10.
Okay, he won't take damage this time, but he will have a permanent scar on his arm.
Well, I'm only putting the...
It has to do with the ashes, the black powder.
I didn't start doing the tattoo yet. I still need
Yeah, so
a couple of parts.
Okay, when you do the tattoo, it's extremely flammable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the heat from the needle itself is enough to ignite it.
So, I'm just going to clear this up now, Tony, because I know you've never had a tattoo. The needle doesn't get hot.
Like no, it's
The machine doesn't.
the machine.
Actually,
I'm sorry.
I'm saying the machine doesn't even get hot.
Yeah, in this case, because of how potent this ash is, and the way that you're creating this device in this sense, even if it doesn't typically get hot to create a tattoo, there is still going to be enough of a source of heat to cause it to catch on fire, if that makes sense. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna straight up be honest. From my perspective of knowing tattoo machines and stuff like that, it does not make sense. But because it's in D&D and I'm just gonna let the bullshit roll,
it's not
sure.
going to do anything like excuse me. It's not going to do anything like blow the ship up or anything.
No, I'm aware of that.
it's more lines of like that instead of like creating a tattoo in this sense. Now, okay, hold up. I tell you what.
Because I'm actually, the reason I use the jar of ash is because a way that they used to make black ink is by using ash off of a fire with a form of liquid. Like, I know about tattooing and machines in
That's
general.
what I was just thinking. I forgot that you have not added liquid yet. Okay.
That's why I cut my hand, because it's like a black, oily blood, alright?
Yeah, I forgot you haven't done that yet. Okay, so that is my bad.
Yeah, I wasn't just straight up using the fucking ash. That wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't
Yeah,
stick.
so the ash alone, because the properties of how it works, is the sense that you would if you were using it on its own, I'm talking
wouldn't
like
work.
extremely flammable. Like
Yeah.
like even the breath, like the heat coming from a human breath, if used improperly, could catch it on fire.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, the reason I said, like, I cut my hand was to put the
Yeah,
black
so-
oily blood into the ash to mix it as a liquid so it'd stick. That's why I was trying to say it like that, because that's how they actually used to do it in, actually, that's how they still do it in tribal areas. What they'll do is they'll actually get blood and they'll get, ash off of a fire, they'll mix them together and it makes a really dark black, which can be used for tattooing.
I'm gonna make you replace your nature roll with an arcana roll then,
Sure.
because of your blood.
Yeah, alright.
So
well then.
roll it with advantage because of
What did I use my pot
you used it to get the Delphone.
Oh yeah, alright, fair enough. With advantage, I got a 24. Without, I would have critically failed.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay.
Now, technically, the machine's not fully finished yet. I'd still need a couple parts if it was real, but I don't know if you're just gonna let that pass or what.
No, okay. This is going to be extremely intricate.
That's fine.
What I'm about to do.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to let you do it.
Okay.
Basically, what you're about to do is you're going to cast Reincarnate on him.
Okay.
You're going to roll a D100.
Okay.
So start off with a D100 and tell me
Yep.
what you get.
Just no modifier, straight D100.
Just straight D100, no modifier.
91.
He is still going to be a human. So that's the good news. So he will remain.
Wasn't he an elf?
No, he was a half elf.
Oh right, yeah. So he's still half elf, half human.
Well, now he's full human. So
Okay.
He'll lose his elven features and become plain human. Okay.
Fine with me.
Now roll me a 1d4 to determine if he becomes a regular human or a variant human. 1 and a 3 is a regular human. 2 and a 4 is a variant human.
1.
1 regular human. Okay. Now the last roll.
Should I tell you what tattoo I'm gonna put on him?
Yeah, you will tell me here in a second, and it will pertain to this last roll actually.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to take off 2 of those because 2 of those take off that one. And he was already that. Roll me a D12.
D12.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 2. My rolls are shit. Yeah.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to draw the tattoo on him and tell me exactly what you draw as the tattoo.
So from the elbow down to his wrist, that's the orientation I'm putting it. So it's like the top part will be at the wrist. So if he's holding his hand up, it'll be upright. I'm going to do his hammer, you know, his older hammer.
Yeah.
With Jormungandr, which is the Norse mythology of the Midgard serpent, otherwise known as the world serpent, wrapping around the hammer.
Okay.
So basically a snake around the hammer, but it sounds better when I explain it.
Gotcha. Okay. So the class that was selected for him by your role was a monk.
Okay.
So basically what's going to happen is that you see this bright light shine as that he basically will get the reincarnate spell. You see that his features start to change. He becomes more human-like. He starts to lose his elven features.
All right.
And you start to see that his body changes into a more dexterous form.
Okay.
So whereas before he was like really built and really like buffed out,
now he's more sleek and
like he's more
athletic.
sleek. Yeah, he's more athletic like. But you see that he starts to slowly open his eyes and he kind of sits up and he's like,
my wrist hurts.
why? Yeah, like why? Oh shit! What the fuck is this? Hey, Norbit,
Hello.
did you give me a tattoo?
I'm going to explain to him that he had a set of numbers on his arm that was used as a tracking device to him, and I thought rather than giving him essentially what could have been a risk of a flashback every time he looked down at his arm, I thought I would give him something that symbolizes what he is and power.
Speaking of that, that's weird. I can't feel my power anymore. I can still feel the presence of the hammer, and I know where it's at, but I can't cast spells. What is this?
Yeah, about that, there was a side effect. I'm gonna look at the whoever's around me. I'm gonna say, can you go grab me a mirror, but don't show him yet?
The halfling turns around and grabs a mirror, like a hand mirror, and just hands it to you.
I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and I'm gonna say, this is gonna be a shock, but you are still you. This was an accident, but it seems to have saved you, so I will take it as a win. You might not be happy though, and I'm gonna slowly turn the mirror.
He's gonna roll. Yep, he sees it. Okay. He looks in the mirror. He's like, I mean, if I'm being honest, I still look exactly the same. Did I turn into a human?
Surprise!
Like, I mean, that's not all bad, but why am I skinny?
Does Norbit know what he did with the reincarnate spell?
You get a general idea as to what happened, but you don't know the class part yet. You just know that he mentioned that he can't connect to his powers, his magic. He says that he still feels the hammer's presence. So the hammer is very unique in that it's
binded to him.
It's bound to him, like you and Pigeon. So he can still have that presence felt, but he can't cast any spells.
So here's where Norbit's going to switch to his Buru side. And the Galaxy Brain's going to come out a little bit and he's going to be like, well, since you transformed and you're no longer looking like an elf and you're pretty much a full human at this point, I'm imagining that wasn't the only thing that changed. So you said you can't cast spells, but what can you do? And I'm assuming your new body is to go along with that. So if you're feeling good enough, we can go check, see what feels right to you now.
I mean, yeah, sure. And he turns around and tries to get off the bed, and he starts standing up, and he does a thing where that those who are very dexterous are like super light on their feet, and he almost like it
Goes
almost
too
looks
far.
like he like levitates off the floor, when in reality he's just like super dexterous and limber, and he's like, oh shit, oh okay, that was weird.
No, but it's gonna look at him and go, you're probably gonna need to get used to your new body.
Yeah, it seems like it. Like, it's weird. Like, I can't feel my magic anymore, but I feel something else. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet.
I'm gonna go
Do you
boat.
mind if I go outside for a second and try something?
I'm gonna take him up to the top of the boat. not as in like but kind of like in the same scenarios you'd have like a sparring match, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I'm just
basically, what's going
gonna-
to happen is you two are going to roll initiative, but you're not going to
Yeah.
fight to kill. So it's going to be non-deadly blows, basically.
Yeah, that's fine. So like, I just won't use my scythe, basically.
Yeah, you'll just do hand-to-hand combat.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to do something. We're not going to use a map for this because we're just going to
Yes,
like
like we did
hand-to-hand.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mayhem, you proud of me? I used a spell.
Well done. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I will also say, Rhaegar, you are still out on the main deck. You will see Norbit and Chrome coming out, and I will say with your passive perception, you for sure see
A skinny version of Crow.
Norbit and Chrome are coming out, and that Chrome looks different.
What about Milana? Does Milani see anything, or is she like trying to poke Mouse?
That's up to Milani because Milani hasn't stated where she's at yet.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to ask.
I'm just out on the top, I guess.
Okay, so you will see both of them come out then. Okay, so Rhaegar, we're gonna roll initiative.
Me?
No, not Rhaegar. I'm sorry, Norbit. So
Yep.
me and Norbit are gonna roll initiative.
You want me to roll now?
Yes. I'm gonna put your token out here, and I'm gonna put a random token.
Well, shit, I got a 7. Roll on a Fight Club. You do not talk about a Fight Club.
Right?
All I could think of this entire time that it started off like the sparring shit.
All right. So we're gonna roll initiative, and
I can almost guarantee he's gonna go first.
at turn.
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
Yeah, that's why I said I can almost guarantee he's gonna go first.
Not by much.
Really? Oh shit! Yeah.
So he is going to take a swing at you for an unarmed strike.
I wasn't expecting this to turn into this. I was expecting to give him a tattoo. I was like, oh, I'll do him a favor for
Had
once
you
rather.
not used the ashes, the specific ashes that I forgot that you had, this would not have happened.
Well, well, my options were ash or oil. And I felt like oil might have given some form of poisoning, so I was like, that's probably not
No,
honest if it's at 1
essentially, the
HP.
reincarnate spell was done with a mixture of your blood plus the ashes. So,
And I mean, technically speaking, for a tattoo of that size, it's not going to use up a full jar of ashen liquid. So I technically still have some to tattoo him again if he wants it.
just note, because of the fact that he is not used to his newfound abilities yet, all of his attacks are going to be done at disadvantage, and he is going to wildly use his abilities. So he's not going to know that he did them, but they will happen randomly, and you're going to roll to determine if it happens on this round or not. So the first roll was an 18 plus his attack modifier. Second one was a 17 plus 4 to hit.
17 plus 4, so 21. Yeah, that does hit.
Okay. So you're going to roll to determine if he uses his ability or not. You're going to roll a 1d4, a 1 and a 3. He doesn't use it. A 2 and a 4. He does use it, but doesn't know he used it.
3.
1 and a 3. Okay, he does not use his ability. He does hit you, but he does it like in a quick jab. He's going to hit you for...
I remember Mayhem, you want a tattoo?
Nope.
How about you, Milana?
He'll deal 6 points of damage to you.
All right.
And he's like, oh, that's weird. I feel like I'm fast enough to hit again. Shit.
And
that one does not hit. He swings with his left hand at like an uppercut jab kind of thing, but he overswings it and he kind of like trips on himself.
All right.
And that's the end of his turn.
Great.
All right, so your turn, buddy.
Norbit's going to try and sweep the leg.
Okay. All right. Go for it. See if
what my roll in? A 1d20 plus my attack modifier?
Yes.
Am I using the weapon attack modifier or?
I'm going to say you're going to use your strength modifier.
Alright, it's only a +1. That's not too bad for him. 10.
10 does not hit.
Didn't think it would.
You see where he does that thing where he does overstep it with his swing, but then he takes his left leg and pivots himself to where that he gets behind you,
Nice.
and he is going to attack you from behind.
All right.
So it cancels out the disadvantage and just becomes a regular roll for the first attack, but then it will go back to disadvantage for if he hits you for the first attack.
Yeah.
That does hit. That's a natural 18 on the die plus the 4.
Yeah, that's a hit. He fucking hits like a truck.
6 damage again.
All right. Give me un momento. No, put me at 67. All right. Yep.
Okay, now roll me a 1d4 to determine if he uses his ability or not.
3.
3? Nope, he doesn't do it on this.
God, what's in the freeze?
That one was the same as the first attack, so it's the 21 to hit.
Yep.
1d4.
Well, it's a 20 to hit because I'm pretty sure this is an old sheet.
Yeah.
It's an old sheet. I think it was 21 at some point, but
Yeah.
I'll do it like that for now, just to make it simple until we figure that out.
So 4 plus his dex modifier, so it's 8 total.
Oh, okay. So
Now roll me a d4 to see if he uses his ability.
yeah, give me a sec. You said 8 damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 15 damage. Sorry, I'm having to work that out, and when he gets bigger numbers, I get confused.
Yeah.
1d4, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, he is going to use one of his abilities, but I'm going to roll to determine which one of the 3 that he'll use.
Yep.
And I will tell you what happens when it happens, but he won't know that he's doing it. It'll just kind of just happen.
All right.
Thunder Punch.
Oh, great. That's like the perfect counter to me.
All right. So thunder damage equal to my martial arts die. You're going to take 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And you're going to roll a strength saving throw to see if you don't get pushed back and get knocked prone.
So that's, again, is that my strength? Yeah, I mean, it's the same regardless. So 1d20, and I'll just add the 1. I only got a 9.
Yeah, 9? Okay, so you get pushed forward 10 feet.
Okay.
You land on your stomach, and basically you're prone. But it's like when he punched you, you felt a shock of electricity hit your back, and it pushed you forward, and it made it to where that you landed face first, and now you're prone on the ground.
Okay.
He stops for a second for his free action. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Norbit's going to say, holy shit.
I mean, I'm glad I still have lightning powers, but shit, what the fuck was that? It is your turn, though.
All right. What do I need to roll to get out of prone again?
At this level, I'm going to change the rules a little bit.
Sure.
It used to be I made you guys roll to get out of being prone, but now at this level, I'm going to make you use half your speed.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought it was to use half your speed by default.
It was, but I was going by the old rules when you guys were at lower level to get you used to rolling. But now that you're more adept at how D&D works, I'm going back to the original rules.
Okay.
That's just a ruling for anybody who wants to at me on fucking Twitter and ask me why that bullshit's been happening. It's because I said so. But yeah.
All right, that's completely fine. I will use half my movement, and the other half I will use to move back up towards him, while also trying to throw a Superman punch at him. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's where you jump off your back foot and do a leaping strike with your dominant hand.
Okay, go ahead and make this, see if you hit.
1d20 plus 1, that's a 19 in total.
Yeah, that will hit.
Great.
So your unarmed strike is going to be your modifier for your strength.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how much damage you deal.
Oh, so 1.
So you deal 1 damage, yeah. Monks are special in the fact that they can add extra bonuses plus whatever they get. And instead of using just strength, they can use dexterity instead. So that's why he's dealing more damage than you would.
Completely fine.
Yeah. All right. So you've got 2 attacks technically, though.
Oh, true. I'm going to attempt to sweep the leg again. I think that's funny.
Sure.
10.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll a 1d4 to see if he uses another of his abilities or not.
1.
He does not. You knock him over, and he goes prone.
Okay.
He's going to use half of his movement, and he's going to get back up, and he's going to take 2 swings at you, or a swing at you.
Okay.
And that one definitely fails, so he does not get his unarmed strike.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Is he still? No, he got up from being prone.
Yeah, he used half of his movement to get up.
Let's see. Norbit's going to attempt a headbutt because he feels like it.
Okay.
20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. That's 1 point of damage. You headbutt him. He feels a little bit dazed. He's like, oh, shit. Norbit, that fucking hurt. Oh, okay. All right. Do you want to keep going or?
Norbit's going to say, well, I mean, you did one thunder thing. Maybe you've got another one. Let's go for like 3 more hits.
All right. Just don't headbutt me too hard because my head's still fuzzy.
Nobody's going to turn around and go, well, you meant to dodge.
Well, fair.
You're never going to learn if you don't. Nobody's going to follow up that with his second attack, which will be a straight Charlie horse. If you know what that is, it's a dead leg.
Yeah. Okay.
18.
18, yeah, that hits.
Great, he gets a dead leg. I heal him, give him a toe, and then knock the fuck out of him.
Yeah, you give him a dead leg. He's like, oh, fuck, that hurt.
That's how you really treat your nephew, right?
He's like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you got me. Okay, all right. He's like, all right, let's see what else we got. Okay, so you're lucky I'm at disadvantage because I don't know how to use my abilities, but the first roll was a nat 20, the second one was a 17 plus the 4, so it's going to be
21. It will just hit, yeah, because I changed my AC back to 21 for the sake of it, but I mean either way the others would have hit anyway with it being the right armor. So yeah, it both hit.
I rolled a 1 on the die plus 4, so 5 damage total.
Okay, that puts me at a nice, juicy 47.
Now roll 1d4.
Yeah, I want to see him use it. Oh, 4, sweet.
Okay.
I want to see him use a different one. Go on.
He does use a different one.
Sweet.
Lightning dash. Okay. You see, as when he goes to make the punch, he doesn't overstep it, but with your passive perception, he suddenly disappears, and you turn around just in the nick of time to see that he's behind you, about 30 feet behind you, and you see, as you look on the ground, that there's a streak of lightning. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. It's basically, for anybody listening, if you've seen Demon Slayer, Zenitsu,
it's
basically that. Yeah. That's how I imagined it, and if you didn't have an image in your head, now you do. So you said my dexterity, right?
Yes.
And with disadvantage, that's a 10.
A 10? Okay, you fail.
Yeah, I didn't add the modifier.
You fail?
Yep.
So here's what happens.
Okay.
You obtain 4d10 points of lightning damage.
Fuck.
And you're also going to be in difficult terrain.
Okay.
You're going to have half speed for the remainder of this fight. 4d10. You'll take 21 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
He looks behind him, and he's like, did I just fucking teleport? What the fuck was that?
Albert's going to look at him and go, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it hurts. I think that's enough for today. You've got on your feet, you're up and running, you kind of understand what you're doing, you don't really, but I mean, you know you can do things again.
I think I'm gonna have to practice for it a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna be that good in a fight, to be fair. But once I get the hang of what these newfound abilities are, it seems like I still have like my lightning stuff, which is good. That makes me feel more comfortable. But yeah, I'm going to have to kind of work around this for a little bit and figure out what I need to do.
Norbert's going to look at him and go, well, I'm going to go lay down in a second, rest up, because you basically kicked my ass at this point. He's going to turn around and go, if we get in a fight, I ain't worried about you. You just fucked me up.
I mean, I hope that I can learn these abilities soon, because that was weird.
as Norbit walks off to go to his bed, he's going to shout back, "Get some rest first, and hope you like the tattoo."
Yeah, the tattoo's dope as fuck, dude. Like,
If you ever need another, you know where I am.
right?
As he stumbles off.
All right. So they go back down below and get some more rest. Milani, there's nothing else nothing that you really want to do.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
So quiet all the time.
Rhaegar, please roll me your last encounter roll.
Oh my god. Okay. That's the 17.
Oh god, no. Oh, thank fuck.
You rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear skies again.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
That reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I need
A drink.
whoever's in the crow's nest to roll me a perception check.
Pigeon. As well as Rhaegar, are you still in there?
Nah, not at this point. It's a new day, so I wouldn't be there.
I think it's just Pigeon then, isn't it?
You would have gotten
oh,
all of your
oh.
hit points back in orbit, so just keep
Oh,
that in mind.
right. He put me down to 26, by the way, from 79.
Good boy.
Yeah, he fucked me up. I ain't worried about him. So do you want me to roll as Pigeon, then?
Yeah, roll as Pigeon, roll a perception check.
Yeah, let me quickly actually find what his... Because I know he's got a passive perception, which is decent, but if I can get a fucking 20, I'm doing that. He's got a +4. Okay. Dirty 20. I'll take it.
So Pigeon looks around and he yells down to the below deck and says, "Hey, I think I see the island. Getting pretty close. Maybe about a couple hours ahead."
Does the captain respond to that?
The captain does look up and say, "All right, we're heading straight for there. Just be on your guard. Do you see anything else, Pigeon?" And Pigeon says, "Yeah, it's kind of weird. The entire island is surrounded by a black cloud." And he's like, "Yeah, I kind of figured that. Thankfully, I found within the last 2 days an instruction manual, so at least I know how to get through that storm."
Sweet.
So you see the captain take the hand that his tattoo is on and place it in the middle of the helm. You see the helm start to glow like a sky blue color.
Mm.
And you see this dome, this arcane dome, surround the entire boat. And the boat instantly turns invisible.
Okay.
Okay. And you guys make it to here.
Tony. I don't know what this will do, but it includes the tattoo machine. Throughout that night that's just gone by, is it possible that I can get Norbit to have tattooed the same design that the captain had onto himself?
No. You can get the same design, but it won't have the same effect. I can go ahead and give you that name.
Fuck. Fair enough. I will hold off on doing the tattoo then, for now. Look at a little panda.
I love how I'm the last one and he's not even fucking here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just put him there.
I'm the last one who's not even...
Kind of just let you see the layout or whatever. You guys aren't going to move anywhere because this is where you guys are going to be at for a little bit. So you guys come up to the island. It wasn't as hectic as you were led to believe because, of course, you had the ship's help in the sense.
Yeah.
But you do see coming down the way is...
Tony, I'm going to go back to what I said before about the tattoo overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to tattoo a foon on his leg.
Hey, you can do that.
I just feel like it's something he would do.
You see coming down the way another halfling. This one you can tell he's old. But he, unlike the other halfling you saw, the one in the medical bay, this one looks like that if you picked a fight with this motherfucker, he was going to beat your ass in. He looks like that he has seen a lot of battle and he is not ashamed of it. You see him run over to you guys. He's like, "So I'm assuming that you are friends of Chroma?"
Norbit's going to respond with, I'm his... Wait, would I be his uncle?
Yeah, you're his uncle.
You're his uncle.
Oh, but I'm his uncle. Never mind his friend.
Oh shit. Okay, that's gonna need a lot of explaining because, yeah, just yeah, whatever. Anyway, it happened. Okay, so you guys need to leave.
Why?
This island is cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, if you don't get out now, you might not be able to leave.
Is this a prison island? A prison island?
This is part of that island, and I'm about to get to the map here in a minute.
Norbit's gonna look at him and go, yeah, that's a no-go. We're gonna have to, we're gonna get supplies and shit, dude.
Okay. So it's going to take us a little while to get to my house, but if you guys are that adamant about it, you're going to have to go to that castle in the ocean and get rid of the barrier, because that thing up there, and he points to the black clouds above. That's not just any storm. That's a one-way ticket to hell, and you can get in here, but you can't get out. And the only reason why Chroma got out was because of the hammer, and the hammer is here with me. But as for his other belongings, it's still at the castle.
Norbit's gonna say, well, what are we waiting for?
He says, I want to give you guys a map now, just so that you guys don't get lost along the way, because this island is very tricky. But let me go ahead and give you this. And he is going to hand you a map, and that is where we're going to be at for the remainder of the session, is that map. Because we're
I feel like he hands Milani the map. She's probably the smartest with him.
Right. So this is the map.
Thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
You guys are down towards Camp Bravery. You have to go all the way up to the top to the sunken castle.
Okay. I'm assuming you've like planned everything that's on.
Oh
this
yeah,
island
there is plans for if you guys go straight there. There's even stuff for you guys to do if you decide to venture off and go to other places. Camp Bravery is where you guys are going to be going. You're going to go down to the bottom of the map, and that is where his house is at, and that is where that you guys are going to remain for the remainder of this day. So we're going to do a little bit of role playing for the remainder of the time that we have left, and we're going to talk about the castle a little bit.
Sweet.
All right, so you guys get to Camp Bravery, and you get to his house. It's actually a lot larger than you would have initially thought. Normally, halflings live in like exactly what you think of Lord of the Rings style hobbit holes, but in this case, he actually lives in a human-sized house. So you guys go in there, and there's enough seating for everybody. He looks at all of you and says, "Yeah, so this island is a fucking nightmare." And it's all being controlled by that castle that's at the top of the map.
Okay.
So do you guys need anything? Do you need any information? Like,
well, duh.
We need supplies.
Like, I've got the supplies here, but depending on where you guys are going, I might not have enough to give you guys to get you to the next island unless you're heading back towards the main continent.
We will take whatever you have to give.
Okay.
Information, food, materials, the whole shebang.
I can give you all of that, but like I said, you're not going to be able to leave now. There's no way out. You're stuck here unless you go to the castle.
This is fine.
So, the castle it's quite literally in the middle of the ocean, and it has multiple dimensions on each level.
Ooh, fancy.
So each room, going from the bottom level up, is a different place, and it also could be in a different time period. It's very random. The slaves all live on the bottom floor, and generally speaking, the bottom floor is like a sewage system, like a very labyrinth-esque type. But
Norbit wants to ask him a very specific question about this castle.
okay,
So, Tony, you know how technically Norbit's from a different dimension?
yes.
What is that dimension called? Because I always forget.
Your plane is called Eberron.
That's the one. Norbit's gonna look him because he's still technically in Buru mode at the minute. He's not switched off from that yet. He's gonna say, "Is there a floor for Eberron?" He's gonna be dead serious when he says that.
He says no. It's not like that kind of dimension. It's more like
Are you talking about the Nine Hells, the astral plane?
No, not none of those. Those are too big to fit in the castle. It's more like a mini dimension, like a pocket dimension.
Basically, the castle's like a big bag of holding. It's got its own little demi-plane.
Funny you should mention that. One of the
Flaws.
it's not just a floor, but there is a there's a creature that works for the Lord that lives there, that runs the entire castle. He's quite literally from a bag of holding. Yeah, so funny story about bag of holdings is that inside of a bag of holding, there is a pocket dimension inside of it. What they don't tell you is that if you mistreat it, that there is a creature that lives inside of it that will manifest itself and try to kill you. And
Norbit's gonna look at his own bag of holding, and he's gonna immediately throw a chicken wing in it. Like, stay good, stay good.
It's quite literally called the Bagman.
Tony, I'm gonna have to have a word with you.
Hey, I already know. Yeah, I already.
I felt that one coming.
I got the idea from exactly where you're thinking of.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I never sent that to you.
Nope. I found it on my own, and I thought it was a great idea, and I wanted to use it. And that's just one of the bosses.
I kind of imagine a mimic, and I don't know why. I know it's not. I know it's nothing like one, but
you know what?
I'm completely aware.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the shout out now.
You know what the funny thing is?
Yeah,
I found the stats for that creature, so you're gonna have to have homebrewed it.
Yep, I've tweaked it very slightly, but there's a reason I've said that they're pocket dimensions
because it's a smaller version of it.
Yeah, so the way that the stats work for the Bagman is that it's very specific, and there is a reason why that boss is in that very specific dimension.
He's the Bagman.
But yeah, that's just one of the bosses you're gonna have to fight. The halfling looks at you and says, "I've never made it past the first floor, but I do know that that's one of the leaders. He's like one of the right-hand men of the Lord."
I'm just gonna ask for more information on this Lord.
Honestly, that's the only thing I don't know. Nobody has ever seen nor heard him. We just know of his name and know that he never leaves his dimension. He stays at the top floor and never leaves.
So how do you know he's real?
We wouldn't be trapped here if he wasn't.
Or are you? Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. Nobody's gonna look at him and go, "Are you him?"
No.
I feel like this could be like a double fucking bluff.
No, no.
Norbit's going to use Identify on him just to be safe.
Okay, you cast Identify on him. He is just a normal halfling, but he's very strong, but he's just a normal halfling.
Not a single spell effect on him.
No, he doesn't even have magical properties on him. He's a fighter.
I'm going to look at Milani, Mouse, and Mayhem and I go, he's not lying yet. And sit back down. But he's gonna do like that hand motion where where you like I'm watching you type thing, where you like flick your
sure.
two fingers back and forth. He's gonna be like that the halfling this entire time.
Is
Yeah.
is Chroma with us, or is he still in the ship?
No, he's still on the boat.
He doesn't even know how to walk properly yet. Never mind.
Yeah, he's too much of a liability to come with you guys.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked by him, don't forget. And you called him a liability. Fuck.
He quite literally is a liability right now. Like, even though that he did beat you up, he did it randomly, so there's no telling what could happen. It could end up that he might accidentally attack one of you and not mean to. But yeah, so
Is my puppy with me?
yes, and funny you should mention that.
I was gonna ask about it while I was on the boat, but all that shit kicked off with fucking Chroma, and I was like, oh fuck it.
Funny you should mention that.
Well, I say puppy, adolescent.
He's almost the same size as Shitbag now.
Holy shit. I took him a
Wait,
chicken
you have
wing.
a dog too?
He has
Technically,
a
it's
dire wolf.
Yeah.
Oh.
That reaction. Oh, yeah, I'm a good dad to it.
Yeah, your dire wolf is almost as big as Shitbag now.
Okay, all right, that's a surprise. I'm assuming he probably is trying to play with Shitbag.
Yes.
Great, I'm gonna chuck him something to eat.
He snatches it up out of the air and he munches on it.
Great, I'm gonna just start looking in the sand for treasure.
Yeah.
Norbit has switched back to Norbit rather than Buru at this point after doing all that.
Okay. All right. Rhaegar or Milani, is there anything else you want to talk to this halfling about specifically? Any information that you need?
Nope, I'm good.
No, fine.
All right. So
Okay.
that is actually where we're going to end the session at. So thank you guys so much for listening into this episode. Hopefully Mouse will be able to join us for the next session. And we will see what happens to our players now that they're on the mysterious island and where they go from here. So, we bid you adieu.
Are you seeking some slick new gaming gear to add to your arsenal? Our friends over at Inked Gaming have developed their site into a one-stop shop for all of your tabletop gaming needs. From vibrant-looking dice to cleverly designed dice bags to sweet sleeves, playmats, and a whole lot more. Their site is rich with quality goods that will help you up your game. Team Inked has been a friendly, reliable supplier to the gaming community for nearly 10 years, and we want them to continue growing for the next 100. In fact, we love their products so much that they didn't even approach us to promote them on our podcast. We wanted to utilize our affiliation with Inked to let people know about their gear. So head on over to inkedgaming.com today and get your hands on some awesome gear that matches your game and your style.